Welcome to Miracle Mondays with Rae Lashea. I am your host, Rae Lashea, and I am here on this March 15th, 2021. And I'm excited about today's guest. It's the funny lady Annie Mcknight, a long-standing comedian who has featured on Comic View and Conan O'Brien, The Jay Leno Show, and in fact won first place in America's Funniest People. So she will be joining us later. In the meantime, I'd like to play one of her stand-up skits. Let's get that going. Dun, dun, dun. There's always some form of technicality.
I'm glad they're doing that, but they need to start grading people's houses, huh?
Hi, Unique. Welcome to the show.
Don't be putting your head down. Yeah, because y'all know how some people out in the street looking good, clean as a tack, ain't they? Huh? Follow them home. Soon as you walk through the door, first thing you're going to say, oh, girl, you got the excuse to mess. Okay, you look around the house, excuse. Ain't no excuse for this. Oh, girl, I ain't had time to clean. Well, girl, don't worry, I'm going to wait. The time is now. The time is now, says the Lord. I think the house just nasty. You can't even go in the kitchen, can you? Can't even go in the kitchen. The sink just full of dishes. The dishes so nasty they wash them themselves. Come on, school. Come on, get my back, come on. Annie Mcknight's my name. So like this is my game, y'all. I ain't lying to you. You know some people just nasty and they never dust up. Oh, you run in the house and start a dust storm, you know? But girl, I had to write the grade right there on the dresser. F, baby, F. You always had that pile of clothes in that chair, you know what I'm saying? That one chair with that pile of clothes, you know? I was running out for your house. The pile of clothes was so high. At the top of the pile was a sign saying, God, next level. Now that's a pile high. Just nasty. You know what I'm saying? The next best thing to godliness is cleanliness, y'all. We got to clean it up. But another thing we need to start grading is our spouses, huh?
That's Annie Mcknight, and she's going to be joining us in a bit. She did tell me that she was going to come on late. Unique, I think today's your birthday. Happy birthday. No, it's your friend's birthday. But you were looking like a superstar in some of those videos. This is Miracle Mondays with Rae Lashea. I am here every week, Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and I am joined by a fantastic, phenomenal, and fabulous guest, usually an entrepreneur, that will tell us about their journey and drop some gems on how to follow your dreams. Happy birthday to your sister, Unique. In the meantime, please visit me at www.lessproblemsmoremiracles.com. That's lessproblemsmoremiracles.com. You can put your email address in so that you can get the free PDF Miracle Makers Roadmap, as well as check out some of the books that I have there. There's Black Geisha, the erotica novel for adults. There's You Are a Star children's book, both the picture book and the activity and coloring book. And then there's also 52 Weeks of Miracles, which is the newest book. It is a spiritual journal that is comprised of 52 meditative phrases to sort of reflect on throughout the week. The Miracle Makers course will be available starting I want to say July 1st, but realistically August 1st. So keep a lookout for that, but definitely visit the website, lessproblemsmoremiracles.com, and you put your email address in so I can keep you up to date with stuff. I won't email you a lot because I don't like that. Annie Mcknight is joining us. She is a female comic who has been around for quite some time. And we know in the comedy game, longevity is few and far between, And so for her to still be relevant, I'm going to wait for her to get here to mention something. She's iconic, was on the first black comedy soap opera, and she doesn't know I know. Welcome, Yardy Vibes. Thank you. Blessings to you as well. And she was also on Tom Joyner, so that's how far she goes back. So I am looking forward to her joining us. She did tell me she's going to be a little late. Let me think what to say, what to do, what to talk about. Oh, there were the Grammys last night. I didn't watch them. I saw clips. I've heard talk. I've read, some people think it was too much and some people think it was the best Grammy show ever. So I can't really weigh in since I didn't watch it, but I'm sure it was exactly what it was supposed to be. I will weigh in on the conversation, although I'm a bit late, about Oprah's interview with Meghan and Harry. And it's really interesting. I love Meghan Markle. I used to watch Suits. I loved her on there. I love the fact that she is a black woman in the, Windsor Palace and married to royalty. Love all that. Her name is actually her given name is Rachel, like mine. And she changed it to Meghan Markle for Hollywood. No problem. I've changed my name 3-4 times. But I don't think it's a good argument when you're trying to say that the Queen and the palace were trying to take your identity. I couldn't keep my name. Like, you already changed your name. You're willing to change your name for Hollywood. Shoot. You could be willing to change it for royalty, right? That's my opinion. My other opinion, not that this show is ever about my opinion. I normally don't give them. There was talk about the baby's skin color. There's always talk about a baby's skin color, no matter what family you're in. Black families talk about what color the baby is going to be, like how dark is it going to be? How light is it going to be when it's born? Look at its ears. It's going to darken up. You know what I mean? Followed by the hair, it was born with a lot of hair. It's going to be bald down the line. Oh, it's born bald. It's going to have a lot of hair. Like every grandma, every auntie, every mom, dad is not necessarily concerned, but curious about what color the baby is going to be. How light, how dark, how in between. So I don't know if I really want to, punctuate the fact that it was a question and a conversation in Buckingham Palace. Like, okay, it was a question in the projects. It was a question in the suburbs. It's always a question. Really? Not that serious. I don't think we need to make more of what it is, and be more divisive. They were curious. And I don't know why they were so curious, because Meghan is super light-skinned herself. So anyway, that's my 2 cents for today, and hopefully for a long time. Welcome, Shining Star 49. We are here on Monday, March 15th, 2021. This is Miracle Mondays with Rae Lashea, and thank you so much for joining me. I am awaiting my guest, Miss Annie Mcknight, who used to go by Annie McFunny. She is a comedian. She is an actress and a writer. She has acted in The Soloist. The Melody Trice Show, iCarly, The Hair Show, 2 Degrees, Crimes of the Heart, and she has a new show, Hire a Man Agency, that I would love for her to talk about. She did tell me she'd be running a tad late, and so we're just waiting for her to join us. In the meanwhile, please visit my website at www.lessproblemsmoremiracles.com. You can put your email address in for the PDF Miracle Makers Roadmap sent to you, courtesy of me. And also check out the books that I have for sale. So, Lashea 429 asks, can I share Miracle Monday's purpose? That's a good question. It's twofold. First, the first reason why I started it is super petty, and I will admit I am petty. I used to be. When I first wrote Black Geisha as Rachel Blaze, I was sought out to be on shows and programs for interviews. Now, this is before social media, like Instagram and all these other ones. Facebook might have been out, but this was back in 2010, and people just wanted Rachel Blaze and Black Geisha. It was hot, it was erotic, it was spicy, and this is also before Fans Only and Megan Thee Stallion and all that kind of sexy hot stuff. So I was a hot commodity, and so I did lots of shows and interviews. You can, if you YouTube Rachel Blaze, Black Geisha, you'll see some of them. So I was off the scene for quite some time, for 7 years. I took Black Geisha off the market. I left, I traveled the world, and I was not even on social media. So I came back a few years ago, just 2 years ago, and everything had changed. There's Instagram and there's TikTok and Snapchat and all this stuff. And there's also all of these very sexy people and books and things going on. So I was a small fish in a big pond, and that's fine. Plus I had these new books that were not Black Geisha-ish, so they were less intriguing, right? Less titillating for people. Anyway, I requested from this girl who was doing colored couch conversations to be on her show for an interview. And she dissed me. And I was no, not at all. So I was like, you know what? I don't need to be on your show. I can have my own show where I don't need to be actually the person being interviewed, but I can interview and open up for people who don't have 1,000 followers or 10,000 followers, but are dope and who have businesses and who are entrepreneurs and who have products. And so we can show them off and give them some shine. So that's why I started this Miracle Mondays program. Also to promote my 52 Weeks of Miracles book and upcoming course. And then also, once again, to provide inspiration and motivation to others who are thinking about going into business for themselves, or thinking about starting something, on the side, because it's not that easy, but it's not that hard. And when people come on here and talk about how they went from being a comedian to being a chiropractor, or they're a mompreneur, or, they started a baby body butter company because their kid had eczema and they couldn't find anything that was natural. And you can check out the IGTV series, Miracle Makers series, and just see all of these people, young, old, Black, white, Latina, male, female, just doing it for the love, for the money, whatever is their motivation, but just being putting themselves out there and doing what they love. So that's why I started it. That's why I continue it. I enjoy it every week. It forces me. And I started it during the pandemic too. I had time. I was home. I was in my pajamas all day. So I knew every Monday I'd have to get up, get dressed, put on a face, and make something of myself. And it's motivational. The people that I speak to really inspire me. And it's actually been super wonderfully convenient because as I now work on other projects and write scripts, I am connecting with people from my past that I didn't know did certain things like make music, create beats, sing, do cinematography, do photography, and so edit. So I'm now able to synergize with them and create new teams for some of the projects that I'm working on. And so it's been fun and exciting, and I like doing it. I like conversing with and connecting with the audience. Some people I know from the past, some people I don't know, and I've just met, recently through Instagram. So welcome to OG Bus. This is Miracle Mondays with Rae Lashea. I'm your host, Rae Lashea, and my guest, who is Annie Mcknight, a comedian, actress, and writer, just messaged me. And if I check the message, I'm going to be put on pause here, but it might be important. She might be saying she can't make it. Let's see. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So she may not make it. I asked her if she could come on for these last 5-10 minutes. We'll see. We kind of got miscommunication, I realize I've been moving so fast lately. When I read text messages, I respond. I read them and I respond. And then when I go back and read, I realized I responded in a way that didn't make sense to the message that I got. So I'm starting to wonder, am I moving too fast? Am I really reading it? I'm not sure. So anyway, she asked me last week, was it on the phone or was it televised on Zoom? And I was like, oh, it's on the phone through Instagram Live. That was a bit of a miscommunication because she believed then it was audio and that she would just call in and do this call-in interview. And so then last night, I was like, all right, so I'll see you. And she's like, wait a minute, is it face-to-face? I'm like, yeah, like FaceTime on IG Live. And she's like, girl, you told me it was a telephone, and I was like, okay, I see where the disconnect took place. And I'm not sure if she's done IG Live before, but for a lot of people, this is their first time going live on Instagram. So it's fun. And let me say this, I'm going back to Lashea 429's question. After a lot of my guests come on here and it's their first time live, they go on to create stuff live in the future for their own business or interviews or shows and things like that. So it's really exciting to see this little platform open up doors of opportunity or just build their confidence because they're scared when they first get on here, and then they're like, I can do it, and then they go on to do other things live, and that's exciting, and it brings more goodness to the Instagram and to the social media world and to the regular world. So I've talked quite a bit. It's never me solo on here. And usually if it is me, if somebody flakes on me or doesn't show up, I just cut it short and, thank everyone for joining and say bye. But I appreciate you all sticking with me and hanging in there today. Please visit my website, www.lessproblemsmoremiracles.com. Like I said, if you put your email address in, I'll send you the free PDF Miracle Makers Roadmap. And you can also check out the books I have online. I will be here again next Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, where I'll have Stacy McBride Irby, who was one of the first Black Barbie doll makers for Mattel, and who started her own company, IMU Dolls, and also currently now is doing some design for Skechers. She's gonna be super excellent to hear from next week. So I encourage you to join me again here for that. In the meantime, I will close the show for now. Let me see. I will end it with a little bit more from Annie Mcknight and her stand-up. And I want to thank you again for joining me. And I'll see you again next week. Have a miraculous day. That's Annie Mcknight. And as she says, Annie Mcknight is her name. Telling it like it is her game. I'm Rae Lashea. This was Miracle Mondays. And I'll see you again next week. Have a miraculous day. Bye.